We're looking at the engine unit of the Victory Works Railmotor. Quite a nifty little beast. So, let's rip. Brakes off. Got the reverser into forwards and a little bit of throttle. Close those cocks. And let's notch the reverser back a bit. Now I'm running it in standard mode. A little too close. Running it in standard mode. Currently, it has an advanced mode and a standard mode. The advanced mode, you do pretty much everything yourself. And it offers what it describes as a more realistic experience. In standard mode, you can have an automatic fireman, the normal game one, or a fire it yourself, as you wish. And in advanced mode, it's got its own fireman, so you turn off the game's automatic fireman. And then you, if you're driving from the back cab, which you can't see in this one, because of course it's not here, but if you drive from the back cab, there's a scripted fireman that runs it for you. If you drive from the front cab, you get to do it yourself. So it does have some features in that you need to close the regulator before you change the reverser, which means if you're heading uphill, you need to plan in advance. Because obviously I showed down a little there, but not too much. But anyway, it comes like this with the engine unit by itself, and the premise of this thing is for it's being restored and you're taking the engine unit out to give it a bit of a test. I'm taking the engine unit out because it's fun. As we head along towards Kinkerswell. It's kind of a cute little whistle. It does emit plenty of smoke and steam. If I crank the regulator right up, you can hear the sounds. I think that's enough of the little beastie in this, guys, so let's stop running it in its underpants and put its clothes on, shall we? See you shortly. Alright then, welcome back. This is what she looks like when she's got clothes on. So we've got a cool little rail motor. Now these things were the predecessors to the EMU and the DMUs of today. So that little driving unit that you saw is literally right in there in the cab. So let's just jump in there and have a look. We do have a hand-operated wiper. And we've got a handbrake you can put on and put off if you want to. Firebox down here. Regulator. The reverser. Your Mason's valve, which I can only assume is a water valve. Steam heating for the carriage inside. Might as well warm them up a bit in there. Why not? The blower. The vacuum brake valve. We can see that is currently brakes on, yes. And we have no vacuum at all, as we can see there. If we push this round off, our vacuum will start to go up. And round on this side, it's a little bit harder to get to. We've got a pressure gauge. I'm guessing that's the pressure gauge for the steam heat. Up here you've got your pressure gauge for the locomotive itself and our whistle. Got a static, yeah, it's a static lubricator down here, and doesn't look like you can control that at all. We've got our gauge glass showing the amount of water in the glass. I would have thought we'd have two of these, but clearly not. Doesn't look like you can control that. Oh, maybe you can control the big lever. Nope. Alright, so you can't do a gauge glass test. You can turn on the fireman's injector and the driver's injector. Not sure where the water valves are for those. Let's see if we can have a look around. Let's just have a flip around the cab. We're over on this side now. Let's see, is there a water valve there somewhere? Doesn't really look like it, so I guess it's a simplistic representation of that. You do have the dampers represented, and you can close the firebox door. There is a damper. That one's cylinder cocks, but the... Yeah, you can change the damper. There you go. Good-o. So you can do a little bit of work. Maybe that's the water valve. Exhaust water injector. It won't let me touch those. It's maybe because I'm in automatic firing mode. Over on the left here, when you're in the back cab, you have to tell the fireman what to do. So if we jump in the back cab, which is that one, we're in a simplified cab now. So we've got the bell. There's a light switch up there, and there's the bell. You've got a wiper, so you do need to drive from the right-hand side. Whistle cord. You've got the regulator. You can't control the reverser from back here, though. So what you've got to do is you've got to tell the fireman via the bell that you actually want the reverser set and you want the brakes released. Now from here, the reverser only has two positions, 75% and 23%. So that's a little bit limited what you can do up at this end, which is fine. Can you open this door? Not sure. There is a passenger view where you can look around inside. It's a reasonably nicely detailed interior. Let's go back to the main cab now. And let's get cracking. So I think we'll just go over to the left-hand side because that's where we're supposed to drive from. Now I'm using a rail driver, but I'll turn around so we can see the effect. Let's put the reverser into full forward cutoff. Now, it feels more like that's a reverse cutoff because I guess it's backwards because of the driving position that you're in. Because it's set in the direction you're going to move, which is fine. All right then. Let's take our brakes off. And let's give it a bit of stick. So as usual with the steam engine, just a little bit of regulator to start with. And we hear it dawlish on the Riviera line in the 50s. Give it a bit more reg. Once we've had a few revolutions of the wheels, we can close the cylinder cocks. We can put our lights on. There's a white on the front and a red on the back. Let's close those cocks. It does show a couple, so I wonder if you can actually couple it up to other cars. That'd be interesting. Now, you can apparently turn the lights on. I've just got to find a switch somewhere. Must be one somewhere. I don't see one anywhere. Oh well. Now you need to drop the regulator back to near close so that you can move the reverser, or it just slams itself to the full position. So let's just take it, not mid, take it to the 23% mark. And away we go. Good to see one of us paying attention. We're going to go into a tunnel, so I better pop back inside. Cruising along in our tunnel. I thought our safety valve was going off, but clearly not because it's below pressure. It's just a tunnel thing. scrolling through the manual at the moment trying to find the light switch. There we go. H. H. There's a cab light. Has that got passenger lights on? Yeah. I don't know. Hard to tell. Maybe it does. Got lots of light on now, coming in from outside. So it's not the speediest thing in the world, but, you know, it's not slow. It gets along at a pretty fair clip. Currently cruising along at 40 mile an hour. And forced back inside. Once we come out of the tunnel, we can have a bit of a look-see. Don't know how easy it is to read that water glass. Let's just pop over this side. This side? This side, yep. Is it easier? How did I get out here? Is it easier to read the water glass from here? That would suggest the water glass is in fact completely empty if you know anything about steam engines, because when the water's in this kind of glass, the lines where the water is go the other way. Not that way, that way. But you can see there is a column of water in there. Just the person who put that together doesn't actually know that that kind of glass works that way, I guess. It is awfully bright in here, isn't it? Let's just turn off the light. That's better. Let's come back over to our driving position. Some serious waves on the sea today. Now its brakes are quite interesting, so let's just pop back into the cab because we want to start braking now. So start destroying that vacuum. It should be enough. Be warned, it doesn't brake quickly. It's not doing too bad at the moment, but it doesn't brake quickly. So you're going to have to manage that. It is a vacuum brake. Feels kind of like I might even want to take the brakes off at the moment, so let's just drop those back. Because we don't want to stop too early. That should be fine. Coming into the station itself. Open up our cocks. And get the doors open. Not too many people getting in and out, but that's okay. So, first look, cute little thing. I'm going to use it on a stream in the not too distant future because I have some plans. But I just thought I'd show it to you with a little quick drive because it's fun. It's a cute thing to play with. Quite enjoying it. All right. Thanks heaps for watching. I hope you find a degree of fun and amusement in the little beast as well. It's from Victory Works, and naturally enough, I got it from Dovetail. See you later.